On today's show, Elsa of Arendelle from Disney's Frozen, plus a story about a spooky hand. This is Vulo Lives.
Darkness spreads from shore to shore. Now it knocks upon your door. Will you open? Will you see the cat girl's face looking back at thee?
Hello, I'm Vulo the Face Borrower, here with Elsa of Arendelle, protector of the enchanted forest. It's great to have you here, Elsa. Standing on the couch. Feel free to sit if you'd like. It's been so long since we last talked. I didn't expect you'd have me on now that I've been cancelled. You've been cancelled? It's a common peasant tactic. The lower classes get riled up about their rightful place in life and start cancelling their betters left and right. What exactly were you cancelled for? It's unbecoming of a lady to talk about her cancelling. That bad, huh? I did nothing wrong, unless being a successful monarch is wrong, which apparently it is these days. Yep, must have been pretty bad. Fine, if you must know, I was cancelled for staffing Arendelle Castle the same way it's always been staffed. The same way my parents staffed it and their parents before them. Oh, goodness, did you? I know what you're going to say, but they were not slaves. They were workers on loan from the dungeon. Did those workers get paid? I mean, I fed them. That's a sort of payment. They have any choice in the matter? Of course they had a choice. They could work in the castle or go back to the dungeon. That really just sounds like slavery. Elsa from Frozen. Hillary Clinton did the same thing. Are you going to cancel her? For the slave labor her and her husband exploited at the Arkansas governor's mansion in the 80s? Yes. I think you're just afraid of girl bosses. You know what? I am a little afraid of girl bosses. The One True Moon would like everyone to know that even they, mighty and cosmic, fear the cunning and autocratic girl boss. You can't be a successful girl boss without utilizing the resources at your disposal. And most of the time those resources are people. Wait, is this why you're no longer Queen of Arendelle? I thought it was because you had become protector of the enchanted forest. That was our cover story, so I could make a graceful exit, but then some nasty little reporter wrote a bunch of libel about it and now I'm cancelled. How's life been, post-canceling? Terrible. You can't begin to imagine what this has done to me. So big changes in your day-to-day. Well, I still come and go from the castle as I please, and I've still got all my gems and jewels. The woke mob couldn't get their grubby hands on those. Was there anything they did get their hands on? Technically, I'm not supposed to wear my tiara anymore. But that's more a royal protocol thing. Doesn't really sound like this canceling did all that much. It upended our whole staffing situation. Cause you couldn't use slave labor anymore? Well, we still use the dungeon slaves. Anna just has to pay them 40 cents an hour now. Well, that's more than many in the US prison labor system are paid. I told Anna she was giving them too much, but bless her heart, she's always been soft. Any plans for a new Frozen movie? How could there be? I've been cancelled. Haven't you been listening? I'll need to wait a year or two before even considering it. I think now's a good time to take a quick break and get a weather update from Blueberry Valley. From where?
I'm Olivia.
And I'm Trissa. And this is the Blueberry Valley Weather Report. Olivia, have you heard the coffin joke?
No, tell me, Trissa.
So a man was stuck in traffic.
Traffic?
You know, cars and the like.
Okay.
Ahead of him was a spooky hearse.
Rest in peace.
Out of nowhere, the hearse started shaking around, going thump thump, a thump thump.
Thump thump.
Yeah, you got it. Well, the man thought that was the strangest thing he'd seen all week, little knowing it was about to get even stranger. All of a sudden, the back of the hearse opened up and a coffin spilled out onto the road. The hearse just threw up that coffin. The coffin made a sudden jump, then thumped back down onto the road. Then it jumped again. Thump, thump, and went, jumping and hopping around right towards the man's car.
What's the man's name?
Kai.
That's a good name.
The coffin was getting closer and closer, and so the man put his car in reverse, drove backwards, spun around, and sped off in the opposite direction.
You said he was stuck in traffic.
It cleared up.
Oh.
He was about a mile away when he looked at his rearview mirror and discovered the coffin was still following him.
A stalker!
Thump, 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 thump. It was getting closer and closer. No matter how fast he drove, it kept catching up.
Unrelenting!
Eventually, in a fit of desperation and madness, the man crashed his car into the side of a pharmacy. Injured and terrified, he stumbled out of his car and slipped inside the building.
He had some errands to do there anyway.
The coffin, of course, followed him in, crashing right through the glass doors. Let me tell you, door glass got everywhere.
The coffin also had errands.
Thump, 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 thump. The coffin was getting right up on the guy, and it was just about to crush his weak guy body when the man reached out towards a nearby shelf and grabbed a bottle of cough syrup, which stopped the coffin.
Thank you, Blueberry Valley, for the weather report. I want to talk about subterranean tunnels. Well, I can't wait to see where this is going. Most people believe the insidious lie that the inside of the Earth is filled with magma or nickels or whatever nonsense they're trying to pass off as science these days. And you're saying this isn't true? Jules Verne had it right more than 150 years ago. If you go beneath the Earth's crust, you'll find a wide network of interlinking tunnels. Is it just tunnels down there, nothing else? Just tunnels. And the Marmites. The yeast spread? The Marmites are tunnel creatures who only come to the surface to steal human babies. So no connection to the yeast spread. Well, it does seem like a strange coincidence that they have the exact same name. The One True Moon would like everyone to know that they themselves do not have any subterranean tunnels. Their celestial body is moon all the way down. Yet more evidence for the subterranean tunnels beneath the Earth. How's that? There has to be subterranean tunnels somewhere. And in those tunnels are Marmites. Tell me, what do these Marmites look like? They have ovular bodies and flat yellow heads. So they look like bottles of Marmite. I'm starting to wonder what it really is they put in that spread. Babies, perhaps? They don't put babies in Marmite, it's yeast and salt. Of course an alien monster like you would be on the side of the baby eaters. Before this potentially gets out of control, I would like to state definitively that there is no evidence that the company producing Marmite, the delicious yeast spread, is involved in a subterranean baby kidnapping scheme. And how much are they paying you to say that? As far as I know, I'm not in the pocket of Big Marmite. They're actually a very small people. Bottle-sized, would you say? Just about. Hey, you want to play a fun little war criminal guessing game? The One True Moon rightfully reminding me that I should not refer to my war criminal game as fun. I'd love to see you get cancelled. Then maybe you'd take my canceling more seriously. Want to play the game, Elsa? Fine, what do I have to do? I'll show you an outline of a war criminal, and then you guess who they are. Your only clue is that, like many war criminals, they are a Nobel Peace Prize laureate. All right, I think I understand. Great, let's see who we've got. Who's that war criminal? That's F.W. de Klerk. Oh. Wow, that was very fast. You sure about your guess? Of course I'm sure. It's F.W. de Klerk. Well, let's see if you're right. It's F.W. de Klerk. Told you. Because you guessed so quickly, how about we try another one? Sure, give it to me. Who's that war criminal? That's Shimon Peres. No hesitation at all. It's Shimon Peres. Let's go to the results. It's Shimon Peres. You're very good at this, Elsa. Give me another one. Yeah, why not? It's not like I'm gonna run out of Nobel Peace Prize winning war criminals. Who's that war criminal? Aung San Suu Kyi, lightning speed, and from an ice-type Pokemon, no less. We've been over this. Just because I can do all the ice-type Pokemon moves, like Ice Ball and Ice Punch and Aurora Beam, doesn't mean I'm a Pokemon. Let's see the answer. It's Aung San Suu Kyi. I think you're gonna reign as our war criminal queen for some time. Well, don't word it like that. It's been great having you here, Elsa. A real treat. I'm always happy to expose lies and speak the truth. Coming up next is a brand new spooky story from our spooky story correspondent, Relno the Story Keeper. Don't you me?
Hello, friends. I am Relno the Story Keeper, here with a frightful tale to chill your bones. This
is the hand that guides the butcher. You may have noticed a pattern to these stories, and nothing is less spooky than predictability, so I'll say right up front, the hand is not the CIA. You got that? It's not the CIA. Our story begins in 1942, France. German Gestapo leader Klaus Barbie had been assigned as commander of the secret police in the occupied city of Lyon. He was an especially cruel man, even by Nazi standards. Even by the standards of the worst Nazis. He made it his business to personally torture, maim, and murder children. And by the end of the occupation had more than 14,000 deaths to his name, earning him the title, the Butcher of Lyon. The war ended in 1945, although the butcher's work was not yet complete. You see, a mysterious hand swooped in, plucked him up, and hid him away, so that he could avoid punishment for his many crimes and continue his legacy of unspeakable barbarism. That hand was the CIC. And yes, later the CIA. You see, the CIA hadn't been formed yet, and so the United States Army's Counterintelligence Corps handled this one at first. The CIC thought Barbie would be helpful in America's anti-communist efforts, so they put him up in a hotel and paid him to report on any communists he saw working with the French government. Later, the Butcher of Lyon, thanks to CIA support, moved to Bolivia, where he enjoyed a long and prosperous career kidnapping and torturing leftists, even becoming a regular collaborator with Bolivian dictator Hugo Banzer. As for the hand, it's true that the CIC is no more, but a hand wearing a different glove is the same hand. That's all for now. I'm Relno the Storykeeper, reminding you to stay spooky.
You must find my pages. That's the only way I can escape.
I'm trying to find my way out of here too, buddy.
I can help you. If you find my pages, we can both escape. I know the way.
Well, the thing is, I'm pretty sure you're Henry Kissinger. In which case, I'd rather just kill you.
No, don't do that.